Hi ladies, hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be making some meatballs, but they're actually going to be meat-free meatballs, and we will be making them with beans. So these are fresh beans, they're not tinned beans. If you do have tinned beans, you can use them. I prefer using fresh beans, just probably because they're not soaked into all these preservatives and salty water, and they're much more cost effective, and taste, you'll be able to taste such a big difference. So what beans are these here? Can anyone take a guess? Well, if you can't, I'll just give you some clues. So we've got some red kidney beans, we've got split red beans, black eyed beans, butter beans. These are haricot beans. These haricot beans are the ones that we have in our baked beans. So from looking like this, right, once they're cooked and added in a sauce, they turn out to be this delicious tin of canned food here. So how are we going to cook our beans? You can either soak them in water overnight and then boil them for about a good 1 or 2 hours, or you can soak them for about 5 minutes and then bung them in your pressure cooker here and put the lid on and cook them for about 10 minutes and they'll be done really, really well. So I'll show you what they look like in just a minute. Okay, so we have all of our beans cooked. They were in the pressure cooker for about 20 minutes. Now, if you put them in the pressure cooker, make sure you put enough water to cover the beans, because once they are in there for about 10 minutes, the water will all evaporate, and eventually you will be left with dry beans that will shrink instead of expanding in size if there's not enough water. Now, also here I've got some other ingredients that I will all be mixing together in the blender. So we have some onions. Now, this is my own personal recipe. If you like to adjust the ingredients with anything else, you can if you wish, but this is just my well planned and experienced recipe that I've been doing for a while with these meat-free beans. So we have here some red onions and white onions. If you want, you can just use white onions. I had both of them, so I thought, why not add a bit of a variety and get some taste. We've got some tomatoes, we've got some coriander, garlic, and potatoes that I've boiled. Now, with boiled potatoes, if you add them in any kind of mixture like nuggets or meatballs, what they do is they add a really nice kind of texture. So when you bite into the meatball, it'll give a nice soft texture. And then you also have 1 egg. If you want to substitute the egg, you can leave it out and replace it with some cheese or even cornmeal. The idea of the egg is to be like a glue to the mixture, and cheese can do the same thing, and cornmeal is very, very good because once cornmeal is mixed with some kind of liquid, it expands in size. I'll come back to the spices. We need some kind of form of breadcrumbs. If you don't want to use breadcrumbs, you can use oats. I use oats in my nuggets recipe. Now, I didn't have any bread left. I just had a couple of buns. We made burgers last week. I had a couple of buns left in my fridge, so they will do just as good of a job. And then with our spices, now we're a bit of a spicy family. We like our spices. I've got some fennel seeds, salt. This is mixed spice powder, and this is black pepper. Yes, black pepper. And in the middle right there, we've got some dry parsley. And also I've got a bit of kick with green chili as well, so that's of course optional if you want to add it or not. And lime just brings out all of the flavors together and really, really gets them well mixed together. So we're going to add all of this in the blender. First, we're going to blend the breadcrumbs on their own. Once we've done the breadcrumbs on their own, then we're going to add in all these ingredients and then add the kidney beans, give them a really, really good mix until everything is, well combined together. Take them out, put the mixture in the fridge for a good 10 minutes so it kind of gets together, glues together, and then we're going to shape them into meatballs. You can either do them big meatballs, you can do them tiny meatballs, you can make them with tagliatelle, with pasta, with rice. Entirely up to you. You can even make these into a shape of burgers and make them into bean burgers. We did that a couple of weeks ago. It was really, really tasty. So I'll come back to you once the whole mixture is formed. Okay, now I've grinded all of the mixture, and it's cooling in the fridge. And while that's cooling in the fridge, I'm going to make some sides and show you what sides you can make with meatballs or burgers. Entirely up to you. So I'm going to be doing some sweet potato fries. Now, before I start, I did say last week that I'm going to show you some more suhoor and iftar recipes, but some of you messaged me and said to me if I could do some kind of fast food takeaway kind of recipes, because you're missing outdoor takeaways and you want to know how to cook some of that kind of food at home. So I thought, let me do something different, and then maybe I could do some more Ramadan recipes next week if you guys want to. It all depends on what you guys request. So so then I'm going to be doing these meatballs just to give you an idea of kind of food that you can make at home that will make you feel like you brought it from outside somewhere. So, like I said, this mixture, once it's set, you can shape it into burgers, and you can put it into a bun and have it as a burger, as a bean burger, or you can shape them into meatballs. I will show you both. I think I'll try and show you both. So, for the side, I'm going to be doing some sweet potato fries. I'm not going to fry these. These are going to go in the oven. So I'm just going to show you, and I ordered these from Tesco online, and they came a couple of days ago, but I was so happy because usually when I go to buy sweet potatoes from the shops, I only find the skinny ones, and I like the fat ones because they actually have more flesh and more they're really juicy, much more juicy. So I'm really glad that these ones came out quite juicy. So this is going to be a bit of a mission to cut. Just the first bit is usually a bit of a mission. I have my butcher's knife which I use to cut sweet potato, but I'm not going to do that here. Don't want to scare anyone. Right, let me just pause it and use my butcher's knife, and I'll be back. Right, before I carry on cutting, actually I wanted to show you, I need to put my knife on the side. I'm going to cut these into chips, but look at how beautiful these are. And if you wanted to, you can cook these as they are and serve them as jacket potatoes alongside with your meatballs, and you can cover them with some Parmesan cheese or salt and pepper. So if you have like these big sweet potatoes, you have the option of serving them as jacket potatoes because it looks so good. Or you can even cut a strip and use it as a patty for your burgers. The sweet potatoes, they might be called potatoes, but they don't have the same kind of oops, gotta be careful there. Right, you see why I had to use a butcher's knife? Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I won't cut myself. Right. And again, with sweet potato or any kind of potato that you use, please don't take off the skin. The skin is what carries all the benefits to it. Right. And I'm going to wash these one more time before I put them in the oven. I'm going to cut some thin, some thick, and as long as they're in the oven for the same amount of time, they'll cook throughout. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to pause it here, and I won't let you see the whole, me cutting them completely, otherwise we're going to be here for ages. Okay. Here we go. Here's all our cut sweet potato chips. That took a good 10 minutes to do, I think. Not 10 minutes, about 7 minutes. Right, so I've washed these one more time. Now, before we carry on, it's really important at this stage that you dry them a little bit, even pat dry them with a bit of tissue, just to remove any excess water, because that will delay the time of them cooking. Because the oven will take a good 5-6 minutes to dry the extra water, and then let the heat through the potatoes. Right, now we'll transfer them into another bowl. Okay, you saw some more. Yep, and we're just going to season these. Now to season them, I've got some olive oil, and I always remind you guys, if you are going to use olive oil, try and go a bit more out of the way and get some good quality olive oil. It just makes the dish so much more worthwhile to taste, to eat, and to it's just so beneficial. Right, and then I've got some salt. Salt on sweet potato chips goes really well because sweet potato chips are sweet, obviously, and then you've got the salt that they just compromise each other really well. Now this part is entirely up to you. It all depends on your taste, but I'm going to put some salt and some black pepper. Okay, and then I'm also going to do some, let's see, I'll do some chili flakes. No, I think I'll go for some cumin seeds. Some cumin seeds and some chili flakes actually. Why not? Might as well. Okay. And then with my hand, so that was about 1 spoon of chili flakes. And you won't be able to tell, it won't be that spicy. Okay, put that up there. Right, so I'm going to get my gloves on. I like to use gloves with this part because right, so I'm going to mix all of them really, really well. Make sure that everything is coating, all the spices and oil is coating every chip. They just look so good already. Okay. Button. Right. And then I'm going to put them in the oven dish. I want to save my washing up. I will have to wash up the oven dish at the end, but at least I won't have to scrub. So I'm just going to protect it with a greaseproof paper. And can you make sure that you wipe all of the spices? Okay. Now, you know me, and you know that I love garlic. So I am gonna put some garlic in this oven dish, just to enhance the flavor. And garlic is going to infuse in the chips, and I'm not going to peel it. I'm just going to put the garlic as it is with the skin on and just let it roast with the chips. It's going to give a very, very nice flavor. Now, if you want your chips to be mushy and soggy and soft, then put them in like this. But if you want them to be crispy and crunchy, then make sure you divide them in two. So I'm going to get one more oven dish, and I am going to spread them in two. Oops, daisy. If you want them to cook all the way through, I do have another oven dish that has holes in it, so anything that you cook in the oven gets crispy, but I'm not going to use that right now because I don't think everybody will have access to something like that, so rather use something that you all can improvise with at home. Okay, there we go. Now again, sweet potato fries or chips, if you were to buy them in a restaurant, they cost triple more than normal chips or fries, and they look, you can just jazz them up, make them look so much more gorgeous at home. Right, I'm going to put this in the oven. And just pause this. Okay, I've taken out the bean mixture out of the fridge, and it was cooling for a while. What I did is, there was a big batch, so I took a little bit out of it and put it in the fridge. If I did the whole lot, it would have taken a good couple of hours, and I don't want to wait that long. So I put a little bit in a separate bowl and put it in the fridge, and this is how it's come out. So you can see everything is minced and everything's combined really well, and the breadcrumbs and the egg is helping in holding and binding all the ingredients together. So I've got my gloves on again, and I'm going to put some olive oil on my hands, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to get some and shape these into little micro meatballs. There we go. Now, if I wasn't to tell anybody what's inside here, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't be able to guess whether these are vegetarian, vegan, or with meat, because they actually look like meatballs. We're going to put these there. They don't have to be exact size. It's just, you know, you can make them big, you can make them small. If you make them really small, you can have them with spaghetti, bolognese, anything you like. Okay, so I'm going to make some weird shapes. and then I'll make one more small one, and then I will make one big one to show you a burger patty. And then we'll fry these, and then a little bit of olive oil, and then we'll wait for our sweet potato to be done. And I think I'll do one more thing on the side just to complete the meal. There we go. Look how easy it was to make that patty. That's your burger patty. So you can make loads of these and you can freeze them and save them for a rainy day. Right. That's going to go in there. Right, and then I'm going to get my pan out and I'm going to fry these. Alright, so I've got my pan here and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to put these meatballs in here. And just let them cook on each side. And the mixture in here, the mixture's already cooked. So the beans are cooked, the potatoes boiled. And then all you've got there is a raw egg. And that's going to be literally on the surface. So we're just going to fry them on the edges just to get them, just to get a seal. Okay, and our meatballs are now done and they're ready to eat and they look so delicious. And now I'm going to put these on the side now and do a couple more sides, wait for our fries to be done, and then I'm going to plate up and show you. Okie doke. Now I thought about it and, oh sorry, one second. I thought about what sides to do, and I was thinking with the typical plate of meatballs, you would have the meatballs, mashed potato, and you would have peas or sweet corn. But I thought, as we're doing sweet potato chips, I'm going to do a nice salad to go along with this, and maybe add some cream cheese or some mayonnaise in this. That will give it a nice kind of kick, because it's slightly different. So what I'm going to do, I've got some lettuce here. I'm going to finely cut the lettuce. You could do steamed vegetables, but it's entirely up to you what you want to do on the side. Yeah, so I'm just doing a nice salad. Right, and you can use any vegetables, any salad, anything in your salad, you know, anything that you have at home. So I've currently got some lettuce, some cucumber, some peppers, and I'm just going to be mixing everything up. So finely cut your lettuce. And if you're fasting, this is a really good thing to have, a really good meal to have for your suhoor, for your iftar. It's not too heavy, it's easy to make, and you know, you don't need to have like two sorts of you don't need to have a starters and a main. You can just have this all together, because you've got the chips that imitate the kind of fried food that people would have, but they're oven baked and they're so tasty and delicious and rich. And then you've got the meatballs, the vegetarian meatballs that can again imitate the kebabs or, you know, anything else that you would have with meat in it. And then you've got a healthy, nice salad. It's up to you how you want to do your salad. I'm going to make this one slightly creamy with a bit of yogurt and mayonnaise. Okay, in goes the cucumber. And then we've got one pepper. I may even add a chili, I'll see what I do. So here goes our pepper. Right. Again, you can cut them however you like. Because I cut the cucumbers really small, I'm going to cut the peppers small as well. And if you're making a salad, be creative with your salad. You know, you don't have to stick to the rules and just add the pepper, cucumber, lettuce. You can add anything you like. You can add raisins, nuts, make it like a Florida type of salad. You can add some pasta, make it a pasta salad. I have got some sweet corn that I had left over from yesterday in my fridge. I'm going to add some sweet corn in my salad as well. There we go. Oh, that looks so nice as it is. Should I just add all of it? I might just add all of it. Okay. And then lastly, I just want to show you one last thing. Something that I just kind of discovered a few weeks ago was these really cool veggie bags from Lidl. I think they were 69p for 2. I got these quite a while ago, but I've been using them so much. So what I do, any herbs or lettuce or leaves I have, I wash them and cut them up and I put them in these bags. And you're not going to believe it, they actually last 3 times more longer than they would do if I was just to put them as they are in the fridge. So here I've got some fresh parsley that I put a few weeks ago, actually, a couple of weeks ago, and look how fresh and still vibrant it is. So I washed it, let it dry, cut it up, and then I put it in this bag, and then you just hang the bag on your door handle or somewhere just to let all the excess water come off, and then you can put the bag in the fridge. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. And then I'm going to put a handful of this parsley. Actually, you know what, I'm going to put all of the parsley in my salad. There we go. That's it, it's all done. And I'll put some olive oil on here. And then I might just put some mayo. Let's see. No, actually I've got some Thousand Island here, so I'll put some Thousand Island, just a little bit. And give that a good mix. Look how beautiful that looks. And that's it. That's our salad done. Now I'm going to plate up and show you the complete look of the meal. Okay, so let me get a plate. Let's wipe our table, wipe our this first. Okay, I'm gonna put some salad on the side. Put a big portion of your salad. So you want to have more of those delicious veggies. And then I'm going to put the meatballs. Oh, it's a little bit hot, doesn't matter. Meatballs on the side there. Okay, and then I'm going to get out our sweet potatoes. Just find like cloves. Right. Oh, they look so good. Right. Right. Look at that. Look how amazing they look. They actually remind me of the Marks and Spencer's sweet potatoes, the way they advertise them with the really colourful spices. And that was in there just for about 10 minutes and they're already done. Okay. There we go. And if I could tell you how they smell amazing. I'm fasting right now, so I can't really eat these. But because of the garlic as well, you can taste the infused garlic in the sweet potatoes. So here we go, guys. We have a dish here of meat-free meatballs, a really nice vibrant salad, and some sweet potato chips. And this will go well with anything. And I've got the patty here as well for the burger. If you wanted to, you could do exactly the same thing as you did with the meatballs, just fry it in slight olive oil, and then you can put this in a burger, or you can have it as it is with your burger, with your chips and salad. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I do apologize for sending this video in a bit late today. My SD card was really full, so I had to get a new one. Right, so that's it for now, and if you want, then next week I can do some more Ramadan recipes, or just continue with these daily meals, with these everyday kind of meals. Or maybe we can do some kind of another fast food that you can make at home, but in a healthier version. Alright guys, take care, see you soon.